Hi there, Scorpio. Welcome to your reading for March 2025. I cleansed your space and meditated on your cards. I'm going to start with the astrological forecast for the month of March. If you're not interested in this, please have a look in the description box down below, where I listed a few timestamps to when the tarot reading actually begins. But we're going to start the astrological forecast for the month of March. And in the month of March, we have quite a lot of conjunctions, and it's going to be mainly with our moon. So our moon is all about emotions. It's about a little bit of femininity, a little bit of beauty in the subconscious, but mainly it's all about our emotions. And since it's conjunctioning different planets, it's going to be our emotions in different aspects of our lives. But we're starting on the 1st of March with a conjunction of Moon and Mercury. And Mercury is the planet of communication, adaptability, mentality, look, mind, and how we share our thoughts. So it's going to be uniting our thoughts and feelings, making us really good communicators and being able to deep dive into our spiritual connections. But it's asking us not to live in our heads too much and really only expressing ourselves fully when we are not feeling too emotional somehow, like too angry, too anxious, too something, if it's a kind of like a negative emotion. On the 2nd of March, we have a conjunction of Moon and Venus is the planet of love, beauty, balance. It can bring a blend of beauty and emotional depth, financial ease, but also a few challenges and emotional stability. And this has happened one time this year already, this celestial event, and that time the Moon was in Pisces. This time the Moon will also be in Pisces. So it is really asking us this year to be able and asking us to connect with our intuition and our own depths. On the 3rd of March, we have a conjunction of Mercury and Neptune. And Mercury is the planet of communication, like we just said, mentality, adaptability, how we share our thoughts. And Neptune is all about inspiration, magic, illusion, spirituality, the subconscious, fantasies. It also intensifies intuition and compassion. It makes us focus and shift our thinking and our communication onto spiritual topics, mysteries, and secrets. It's an ideal time to dive into creativity, but also into occult studies if you're interested in that. Don't expect to find your answers in one thing only, rather than to go into small rabbit holes in, finding information along the way. And if you are interested in connecting with the beyond or the next plane or whatever you like to call it, make sure that you are taking very good care of yourself and your space, this space that surrounds you. The Sun is in Pisces at this time, which will also help you and aid you and guide you. But also make sure that you are grounding yourself plenty at this time so you don't feel lost, okay, Scorpio? On the 6th of March, we have a conjunction of Moon and Jupiter. And Jupiter is a planet of principles, growth, expansion, adventure, healing, good fortune, miracles, and wisdom. And it's another conjunction that will aid us and steering us into steering our course of life onto a higher alignment. And this event could also bring harmony and balance into our lives, but also success in aligned careers, spiritual growth, intuition, financial gains, and good health. On the 9th of March, we have a conjunction of Mars and the Moon. And Mars is the planet of masculinity. We have the warrior, courage, strength, ambition, impulsiveness, but also a bit of aggression and confrontation. So it can make us a little bit impulsive, a bit angry, overreacting, stubborn, but innovative. So make sure that you ground your feelings before you are expressing them, Scorpio. And on the same day, we also have a conjunction of Venus and Mercury. So we have both masculine Mars together with the feminine Moon and Venus. So since this is happening on the same day, it might be throwing us into a little bit of a whiplash of avoiding confrontation or getting it out of our systems now. And Venus and Mercury is asking us to instinctively avoid confrontation and instead share innovative ideas with a clear perspective and communication, sharing and a willingness to broaden the horizon of success or our own perspective. On the 14th of March, we have a full moon in Virgo with a total lunar eclipse. So this energy might be prominent like a week before and a week after, a few days, or underlying throughout the month, all right? And this is saying that safety and emotions are connected to order and clarity. And there will be a sense and a need to organize anything that is either distracting or chaotic, right? So it's a great time to really cleanse out old emotions that you're carrying around, or decluttering your house, or organize and get rid of things that is not longer serving you, whether that is physical or mental. All right, it is also asking us to focus on being tolerant and accepting of imperfections, and allow things not to always have to live up to your expectations. On the 28th of March, we have Neptune at a solar conjunction, and it's also the spring equinox. It is also the last day of the sun being in Pisces, and Neptune is also ruling Pisces. So we are starting the new astrological year with a heightened sensitivity to vibrational energy, and I don't think this is a coincidence. I think the last day before the new astrological year, we are being thrown up into a bit of a heightened awareness, and making sure that we are really in contact with our intuition. And I don't think that's a coincidence. On the 21st of March, we have the sun entering Aries, and it has a little bit of a fiery energy. 28th of March, we have a conjunction of Moon and Saturn is the planet of discipline and structure. This has also happened one time this year. So it's really asking us once again to have a look on how your structure is impacting your emotions, and vice versa. Make sure life demands are not weighing you down too much, but if they are, have a look at what you can change to align yourself. It's also a great time to start meditating if you've been meaning to take that up, as you're combining the moon emotions with discipline, as in meditating on your emotions and really connecting with that and really being disciplined with that. On the 29th of March, we have the new moon in Aries. We have the sun and the moon propelling us forward into April, and we really want to get going with our intentions. Pivot or lean into discomfort if you need to. Aries is a fire sign, and fire has the power to either destroy or to blaze path for new growth and fresh beginnings. So with that, I would like to cleanse the space with you before we actually get into the reading. And you will be hearing 3 loud sounds, and I will begin now. There we go. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for being here for this reading of for the month of March 2025. We're going to start with the spirit animals for the month of March. In my meditation before your reading, I was sitting here and I was feeling very tall and almost very proud, almost a little bit regal here. So I don't know if that is some energy that you're picking up through the month of March, or that you might be needing to connect to, but it's like felt very tall, regal, very over the ground, not in a bad sense, but like in a tall, proud sense, almost like you're connecting to that, that the crown is quite heavy to bear, so you need to sit with your back straight, and there's some power through there, but you're also feeling quite proud of where you become. So that is what I've been picking up on. I also picked up on my feet getting really, really cold really fast. I don't know if that is something that you might need to look into. Maybe you might be getting cold feet about something, but I feel like if there is something in here, please, and this sounds like you are connected to this candle is going off here as well, then please make sure if there might be something health related that you're looking it up with any professional. All right, but it could also mean that you might be getting cold feet for some decision that you might be needing to make. We've got the rabbit, Scorpio, for the highest good. Wow. Okay, well, we take it, I suppose, since you did it again. Whew. Okay, let's decipher this. So we got water, phoenix. That's very you, Scorpio. I don't feel like I need to get into that one. If you're interested in having a look at what the phoenix means, rising from the ashes from the fire, please have a look at that and have a little Google. but I'm just gonna decipher. You've got quite a lot of water, and quite a few of these means that you need to connect with some healing energy here. I'm just going to go through these quite quickly here. So the oyster is living at the bottom of the ocean, right? They're really closed up. They have a hard shell, but inside that hard shell, they do hide a treasure that they might need to actually be sharing with the world and being able to open up and show that softness inside. So it's kind of like being aware that you have a treasure in the softness inside you, is what I'm getting there quickly. We also have the dolphin, and I feel like since it's got quite a lot of color in here, I feel like it's quite connected to healing and, you know, communication. And the dolphin is like a playful one. It's very social, but it's also about healing. Please have a look at what the dolphin means as a spiritual animal if you're interested in that. The whale is also living in the darkness, but they go on to these depths there, and they are living in big families, you know, quite communicative as well, but quite heavy, and they don't mind being in the darkness. I feel like I'm missing something there, so I will be looking that up. The starfish is about relying too much on how you look and how other people perceive you. I feel like I need to get some words there going. The octopus is about, you know, the octopus can hide quite well. They can also, you know, they can camouflage themselves, but can also spray ink as a protection thing. And they're also very intelligent, just as the dolphin. But they have quite a lot of arms, and they can get, you know, tangled into things that they don't need to, or dabbling their little tentacles into things that don't belong. So that is really talking about not gossiping or getting too involved in things that you don't need to. All right, the bear is about waking up from a slumber, and this could be a spiritual slumber, you know, that it can be as it's waking up for spring. It can be a bit slow and slow in the beginning, quite heavy, but as the year progresses, it's kind of picking up speed and really getting into that. So that is almost like a spiritual awakening. And since you're getting the phoenix as well, I think this is quite the energy for the water signs this month of March. And I also felt like when I did the previous readings, I've been feeling like the month of March is a month where water and fire is coming together. And I first thought that it was going to be like just watery Pisces going into fiery Aries, but I feel like this is quite an underlying energy throughout the month. So the bear is about awakening to spiritual awakening, because you also have this crown here, or the sun waking the bear up. So I feel like we've got a little bit of healing, kind of needing to reveal ourselves a little bit and waking it up from the spiritual slumber somewhat. But hold on, I will go into, feel like I just missed a few things with this, and then we're going to read from the guidebook with these. So if we're looking at the whale, it's also a desire to delve deeper, profound peace and ancient wisdom. When it's in balance, it's calm, steady, and deeply compassionate. When it's out of balance, it's heavy and it slips into an old story. To bring this into balance, you need regular self-care, like really taking care of yourself. And that's really what I feel like I've been missing then, is connecting with the other things that we've been talking about. We also have the starfish then, and it's about being beautiful, alluring, superficial, or shallow. So when it's in balance, it's uplifting, artistic, and expressive. When it's out of balance, it gossips and feels empty. And to bring this into balance, you need positive friends. And I feel like this is somewhat connected to the octopus here. And just to bring this into a little bit more of a consistent thing, the octopus is about reaching, yearning, lacking boundaries and direction. And when it's in balance, it's interested, it's engaged, it's intelligent. When it's out of balance, it's needy, clingy, and lacks courage. To bring this into balance, you need space to oneself and talk therapy. Maybe even a little bit of journaling there. But let's get into the crocodile here. Resting, submerging, collecting energy, and cooling off. The crocodile reminds us to step back from the external world and turn inwards. Now it's not the time for decisions, actions, or discussions. The crocodile's mantra is wait. This doesn't mean lying around hoping for life's challenges will disappear. The crocodile is much smarter than that. It means intentionally withdrawing, gathering awareness, observing, and building energy. Fill up the vital reserves so your next move comes from a place of wisdom and power. When it's in balance, it's wise, patient, and a silent powerhouse. When it's out of balance, it feels stuck and lashes out. To bring it into balance, you need a rest, maybe even looking into Makarasana pose. So all these water signs are about waiting, delving deeper, having boundaries, but also not relying too much on the superficial, getting into healing and being very intelligent, but maybe not intellectualize your feelings, just kind of heal through it. You also have the phoenix, the mysterious, the mystic animal here that is the underlying energy throughout the month of March, I'm feeling. So you've got a lot of healing and resting and kind of building your power here to maybe even rise to the surface. So continue on with the fox here. And the fox is smart, strong partner or mate and wise teacher. The fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us stay true for those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. When it's in balance, it's magical, ingenuous, teacher, monogamous. When it's out of balance, it's sneaky, unsure of their identity. To bring this into balance, you need a partnership or a connection that you can connect to. And going on with the rabbit, I'm thinking about rabbit in the headlights, but they're also very, very fast. Let's get on here. Afraid of everything, overwhelmed and frozen. The rabbit loves to remind his friends that someday the eagle will swoop down and eat him. He talks and talks and talks about it, so loudly in fact that one day the eagle hears and thanks him for the great idea. Rabbit energy is alive when we are scared, most often about the future, and we become our own worst enemy. We spin up a dust cloud of fear and then complain to others that we are lost. Notice your thoughts and words, O rabbit. They shape your destiny. When it's in balance, it's sensitive, problem solver, and a good listener. When it's out of balance, it over-explains, talks fast. And to bring this into balance, you might want to look at a day of silence. But once I just feel like I need to just cover this bear as well, because it's awakening from a spiritual slumber and beginning anew. When it's in balance, you have inner strength and yearning to grow. When it's out of balance, it's about withdrawal, lethargy, and heaviness. To bring this into balance, you need movement and exercise. So that is the energy that we're picking up on for the month of March. If you are interested in what else these spirit animals could tell you, please have a little search for it. But feel that most underlying energy here for the month of March is the Phoenix. And I actually had this, coming up before your reading. I'm going to try and keep as many cards here showing as I possibly can, but we will cover them up as we go. Crocodile also has a very hard skin there, Scorpio, so it's just something to be aware of that I also feel is connected to the oyster there. But these cards here, I'm having a look at the theme for the reading, the theme for the month of March, what we're reconnecting back with throughout the reading, and the underlying energy throughout the month of March. Could you please guide my beautiful Scorpios? We have the nodes of the moon, release, clear, and align. We have 3 plus 2 there, which is number 5, which is all about change. Thank you so much. Could you please guide Scorpio for the highest good? What do they need to be aware of? Well, we covered quite a lot of grounds with the spirit animals here. We have the Mars, which basically every other reading has got as well. So Mars energy that we will be feeling quite a lot on the 9th of March, with it being a conjunction of the moon and Mars there. So it is also the ruling planet of Aries. It's also your ancient ruler, isn't it, Scorpio? Because you and Aries have been connected to Mars, both of you. We also have Mercury, communication and truth, which we also covered in the astrological forecast for the month. Many signs also got this card, so it will be something that is popping up through the month of March. Thank you so much. We're going here, and generally I feel like this is the last stretch to release, clear and align ourselves, realigning ourselves and cleansing our space before the new astrological year. We also have the Black Moon Lilith in Leo. Allow your light to shine. What are you hiding away? There's also number 5 there. What can you connect with? What are you hiding in that oyster? Let that light shine. Thank you so much. We also have Master Manifestor there. Any other cards? Yes, there is. Thank you so much. What else could you tell Scorpio about the reading, about the month of March, what to expect? Mars is about drive, energy and passion, so I feel like you know those are quite your words there, Scorpio. Thank you so much. It's also about Neptune, which all the other signs also got, and that maybe not all, but these 3 cards have been constant through everyone's reading throughout the month of March. Thank you so much. We also have Black Moon Lilith in Pisces, honor your boundaries. So boundaries was also about the octopus there. Is there anything else Scorpio needs to keep in mind? Ew. Thank you so much. Could you please guide them for the highest good? One more card for Scorpio. Thank you. Change your tune. So it might be like you just need to readjust something here. Maybe getting back into your music, changing your tune, maybe just increasing it or lowering it somewhat so it will be a little bit more in balance, maybe. Right, what is the past energy that Scorpio is bringing into the month of March? What do they need to be aware of? I'm taking this deck today because it was standing out when I did the meditation, and we have the 5 of Wands, and they're, like we said previously, the 5s are all about change, and the 5 of Wands is all about change, possibility, a bit of rivalry, competition, a bit of conflict, disagreements. But you know, these guys are not fighting with swords, they're fighting with sticks, so it's not like a real threat. It's more of like a practice round before the things actually comes around. So maybe you've been feeling like there's not been an actual threat here, but it might be grinding a little bit on you, and you've been competing a little bit, or maybe had some disagreements. But in these disagreements, you need to give space for solutions. This card is about embracing solutions, maybe even gaining a new perspective. So maybe you have been gaining some new perspective throughout the coming to the month of March. Is there any hopes or fears that Scorpio needs to be aware of for the month of March? Hopes or fears could be all in the same card, but I feel here the 4 of Pentacles. So the 4 of Pentacles is all about stability and consistency, but since it came out into the reverse, but when it is in the upright, it's about conservation, security, frugality, knowing that you are safe, and you need to know that you are stable, and you need to know that you have enough, and you don't want to be too protective. It's good what you already have. You don't want it to be a stinginess, and I feel like this is a hope that there might be some release of energy. You might hoping that you are not feeling too protective over your resources, because the Pentacles are about the physical, the material, security, stability. It's about education and the home space also. So maybe you're feeling like you can, or you're hoping that you can be a little bit more freely, maybe spending money a little bit more freely. So you might be losing this feeling of stinginess, or you might be hoping that you won't be feeling so stuck kind of. So you might be able to use your resources a little bit. That is a hope that I'm getting. What is the present energy for Scorpio for the month of March? What is this initial situation? How is their March starting out? What is the main energy that they need to be aware of throughout the month of March? Seven of Wands into the reversed. So sevens are all about waiting and a higher purpose. This card is about standing your ground, defending, like maintaining control, defending boundaries, not only playing offense, but also really focusing on defense. And you need to have a balance of offense and defense to really be carrying yourself out. But since this is in the reverse, I feel like you're waiting and your higher purpose, your waiting is a little bit over. You might not be feeling like you need to show too much offense and defense. Maybe you've been feeling like you can both tone it down a little bit rather than tune both of them up, if that makes sense. It's just what popped into my head. Maybe that is all about your tune as well, changing your tune. Like dialing it down a little bit because you feel like you don't need it. There's no need to maintain control because it feels like you're kind of stepping into that power somehow or somewhat. You don't need to defend yourself. You're kind of dropping your guard a little bit and you feel like you have that power to how am I going to explain that? You have the power in case something would come at you that you don't need to defend yourself, but rather you have the force and you have the power within you to kind of deal with it. Does that make sense? What is the crossing energy here for it? For the Seven of Wands. Thank you so much. Three of Cups. Three of Cups is about loyalty, bonding. Is also a card of, the threes are a card of point of no return. But this is about new life, happiness, friendship, socializing, a loving community, investing in people around you, investing them with both time and energy, maybe even resources, if that makes sense. But it's mainly about time and energy, and they're very happy here, dancing together, maybe to this tune that you are kind of dialing into. So this crossing energy, with you taking this defense down somewhat, it actually brings a sense of a new life, but also you won't be stepping back into the old, and it's about celebrating really. You dropping those defenses down a little bit because you know you have this power within you because you've been practicing and you feel like I've got this, right? And the crossing energy is here to be celebrated. That is the celebrating energy. Could I please have a card describing the Seven of Wands here and what Scorpio needs to focus on? Thank you so much. And the negative ones here, I'm usually reading as you needing to leave behind, if that makes sense. So I'm going to read both the negatives and then the positives. And you have the disharmony, misalignment, working alone, poor work quality, office politics, ego, competition, lack of teamwork, and conflict. So what you need to focus on is collaboration, teamwork, skills, shared goals, but also is going to help with this community energy, goals and learning, and pooling energy. Cool. We are also trying to step away from difficult decisions, weighing up options, dubiety and inner conflict, avoidance, hidden information, confusion, in between, one foot in and one foot out. So what you want to focus on is time to make a move, reach an impasse. You have been being at a bit of a stalemate, and that is kind of what you're kind of hoping to get out of, a deadlock decision and conclusion to be had. So the positives here is that you want to be very clear with what you kind of doing here. Maybe that is Seven of Wands, what you've been kind of fighting for before. You also have what you need to be stepping away from. So this is about what you feel like you might need to embrace, but this is not a positive or a negative one on the Hierophant. It's rather because it also is the number 5 in the major arcana, which is about change. So I'm just going to read all these ones, what you feel like might actually hit a little bit home when it comes to this. So it's about spiritual wisdom, religious beliefs, traditions, convention, conformity, education, knowledge and belief systems. There's also talking about personal beliefs, non-commitment, challenging beliefs and authority, originality, rebellion, unconventionality, and new methods. So you might be actually wanting to step into some new methods here because it came out into the reversed. But I feel like you also have a 3 of Pentacles here, so you might be seeing 3-3 throughout the month. And I feel like this is actually what I've been covering here. So you need to be, you are actually bringing your defenses down, and actually you need to be connecting with other people throughout the month. Could I have what Scorpio consciously is thinking about and working towards, consciously working towards? Thank you so much. We have the Wheel of Fortune into the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune is about changes, cycles, inevitable fate. Change is inevitable, adapting to flow, and not blocking the flow. Is about resilience, turns tides into your favor. And you know, with the Wheel of Fortune, you have great forces at work out of your control. What comes up must also come down, and embrace setbacks as lessons. And since this came out into the reverse, I feel like what is down will also come back up. So if you've been having a little bit of a slow start in the beginning of the year, or maybe not everything has been working as you should, look at how you can heal and how this shell can actually be, how you will be opening the shell somehow. And see what you can do and how these setbacks can actually turn into your lessons. This is a card that's connected with fire and Jupiter, which is luck. So maybe as you're working throughout the month, and when you have the conjunction of Moon and Jupiter on the 6th of March, maybe you will actually be able to have some sort of an insight onto how these setbacks can be your lessons when it comes to your emotions. And maybe there will be a little bit of a shift going on right now. So it's connected to fire, Jupiter. If you had a question in mind, it means yes. And this is also connected to Sagittarius and Pisces. And the sun will also be in Pisces at this time. But what comes down will also be able to go up. And I don't know if you've been feeling a little bit stuck in this downtime. Maybe you've been having a hard time or a lot of expenses or anything like that. That might be feeling like you feel a little bit stuck. But I also have the Ace of Swords here, and the Swords is about intellect and thoughts. And the Ace of Swords could be about new beginnings, breakthroughs, having a sharp mind, a raw strength. There is the potential for power and success. But the Swords is double-sided, so the Swords could either be used for good or for bad. And it's only you who is deciding this. Maybe you also are debating whether or not to take up a course of learning, like taking a distance course or starting school again, or starting a new job that might be a little bit more intellectually challenging, if that makes sense. So that is what you're keeping in the back here. Maybe also if you're interested in stocks and stuff like that, they might have been going a little bit down, but you're interested in taking more courses in that. All right, can I have what is going on in Scorpio's unconscious, the subconscious, what they're working towards, what they want from the subconscious? Ace of Pentacles. So you do want a new beginning when it comes to the physical, material, and security as well. It's about new beginnings in prosperity and opportunity. It's about new venture in earthly matters like body. Maybe you want to work out a little bit more. Maybe you want a little bit more wealth, or maybe you're looking at a new job. And it's about abundance, opportunity, and it's for prosperity. So this is going on in your subconscious here. So maybe you are looking at, okay, I need to take this course to get this job that I want to have. So I feel like that is why you're taking the course. So the underlying energy here is you want a new opportunity. You want a new beginning when it comes to this. You want maybe a higher salary. You want to be, you're ready to put yourself out there. That's what I'm getting. You just need to be healing a little bit and show this. I even realize that there is some treasure there on the inside, in the soft, gooey inside, Scorpio. Even though you're so hard on the outside, you need to realize that there might be some soft gooiness on the inside, and we all love that for you. We all want you to have that. What is your energy for the month of March? What is your what is your attitude towards the month of March? Honor your boundaries. Honor your boundaries. Honor yourself. The Lovers into the reversed. So the Lovers is about partnership, union, duality, choice, love, and love is shown in a healed heart, in my everyday actions. And union is a union. It's full of trust, strength, and confidence, physical and emotional. It's about in harmony, yin and yang, you know, coming into balance, flow of mutual energy. It is connected to air, to Mercury, and to Gemini. And I feel like since this is about you and this is about coming into the reversed, maybe you're having a little bit of a hard time understanding yourself at this time. And I feel like I just got this, this should be, never mind. I just felt like there should be a balance scale somewhere, like kind of what am I looking for here? It's kind of, you need to connect with yourself and the dueling forces that you have. Maybe you want to save a lot, but you are spending a lot right now. Just make sure that you are really connecting with yourself a little bit. I feel like this is about balance and maybe even love for yourself that you might be struggling a little bit with. Maybe that's why you have such a hard shell on the outside, and why that really wants to, I really want to like push on the treasure that you have within. Maybe you not been maybe that's also why it's talking about healing with the dolphin. Is kind of like, and diving deep and being reborn and released, clear and aligned, because there might be some grumble there that you might not be getting in contact with. I know that you're a water sign and you're very in contact with your emotions, but are you in contact with what might be causing these emotions? If you know what I mean, there might be something in there for you. Could we have another card describing Scorpio's attitude towards the month of March? What do they need to be aware of, and who are they in the month of March? Strength into the reversed, right? Maybe not been feeling like you've been following your instinct so much. Maybe you've not been feeling so confident enough, or that you're reconnecting with your confidence. As you're working throughout this energy and you being aware of it, this will turn into your favor rather than being into the reverse. And it is connected to fire and into fire and into your strength and into your prime. I'm also thinking fire as the phoenix. You also have the Four of Pentacles into the upright. So maybe you are feeling like you need to hold on to these resources. Maybe you feel like you need to hold on to this because I want to reach this one day, if that makes sense. I feel like you're hoping to get away from this stinginess, for this feeling to be, for you to be stuck, to move out. Strength is also connected to, or the number, strength and the lion is connected to Leo. So allow your light to shine is also what I'm getting here. And I'm also thinking about the treasure that's shining in here. You also have the world, and the world is about fulfillment, harmony, completions. I belong. So I feel like you are working, and you will be working through this duality, and maybe some kind of what am I looking for here? Your duality and your maybe weaknesses throughout the month of March. And you might be having a good look at what that is actually trying to tell you, because that will give you strength. And the world is about fulfillment, harmony, and completion, and a feeling of I belong. It's about absolute unity and perfection and accomplishments from inner and outer energies. And it is the end of the major arcana before it actually keeps turning into a new. So maybe the lesson right here, right now, is about you looking at yourself and realizing also your weaknesses can become your strengths. That's what I'm also feeling, like this strength wants to go into the upright. So see that your weaknesses comes into your strength, maybe also traveling a bit throughout the month of March. And since the world is also connected to Saturn, and Saturn is the planet of discipline, maybe you are looking at yourself and how can I become more disciplined? And the secret here is also be connecting to your weaknesses and allowing yourself to become into a partnership, into a union with yourself, because your healed heart is being shown in your everyday actions, and your everyday actions is, you know, exactly what you're trying to achieve here. You're trying to better that. Okay, thank you so much. What is the environment around Scorpio for the month of March? How is their environment? What do they need to be aware of? We have the Magician, which is quite funny because you have the Master Manifestor here. And the Magician is about being and having willpower, intention, creation, and manifestation. He has the tools that he needs to create his reality right here on the table. There's every single suit in the tarot. So there is a balance, complete and utter balance here that he can use for his own creations. You have the number 8, which is about karma, and also it's the infinity symbol is what I'm getting as well. It's about karma and money. As above, so below. The Magician is all about, you know, he takes what's available to him and molds / transforms that into what he desires. You know, use your abilities with pure intentions and trust your inner power. And you might be, the environment around you might be allowing yourself to, might actually be giving you all these things that you are, these tools that you need, might even give you the energy of a bit of a willpower. And you can see people around you create and manifest. I feel like there's quite a lot here to unpack, but I feel like you are being given all these things that you just need to reach out to take them in order to create. Could I please have the environment around Scorpio for the month of March? What do they need to be aware of? I'm getting also the number 3 here. Number 3, okay. Magician. What you need to focus on is workmanship, mastering your craft, focus, dedication, hard work, skill development, talent, high standards, commitment, and expertise. So maybe that is also what you're picking up from other people. High standards, talent, skill development, that's really what you want to focus on throughout the month of March to really tap into these energies. Thank you so much. What is the short-term outcome for Scorpio working with these energies for the month of March? What do they need to be aware of? I'm also getting Egypt. I don't know if you're interested in Egypt. Maybe there is some gods in the Egyptian religion that you might want to connect to. I don't know where that comes from, but I'm going to respectfully step away from that. Short-term outcome for the month of March. What can Scorpio be looking forward to? Short-term outcome could be weeks, could be months. And days, really. You have the Hierophant, which you also got here into the reverse. So the short-term outcome, the Hierophant is number 5 and is about tradition, conformity, moral and ethics. You know, tried and true is valued, not time to stray from the path, and the pursuit of knowledge or trying to find a spiritual guide. Finding belonging with people who accepts you for the true you, or who I am, versus trusting inner wisdom over external dogma and control. And it's about freeing yourself to pursue a new approach. And since this came out into the reverse, I feel like you're stepping away from what is true and tried, and you're actually using this fiery energy to connect and even blaze a new path here for you, because there might be something here that is only for you. Just people around you might not actually understand it, but you know that you're being called towards it. Does that make sense? This might also what we're getting. The Phoenix, we also have Mars there for the drive, that you might actually be also needing to tune and master manifester, you might be freeing yourself and really realizing that there's a new approach to what you want to do. And maybe that is actually what's worth celebrating also throughout the month of March. Maybe you will be getting everything that you are thinking, but maybe there's another way that no one else but you have actually thought about. That is really what I'm getting there. Thank you so much. Could I have the long-term outcome for the month of March for Scorpio? Ooh. We have the Queen of Pentacles into the reverse. The queens are expressing their power creatively, through creativity. Ooh. And it's all about practicality, financial security, balance between, you know, caring for self and caring for others. So I feel like you want to still look at how you are caring for others, and then look at how you're caring for yourself. It's about balanced needs. I feel like you still need to tackle a little bit with that. It might not be, you know, fully done as you are done with March, if I say it like that, but you might be learning more that will allow you to get deeper into your healing, if that makes sense. There might be quite a lot to clear up, might be a few things that might be sitting even deeper, or maybe things that you are not very well aware of yourself. It could also be about giving as you're getting. Just make sure that you are finding yourself in a balance here. It's funny how we got the Empress, which is number 3. But let's talk about Justice first. And this is about the scales here. And that's why I feel like these two are a little bit connected. So Justice is number 11, which is a master number. It's about cause and effect, clarity, truth. Everyone is accountable for their own actions and embrace fairness and correct past wrongs. It's about karmic retribution. What you get is a direct result of your action. And she also holds a double-sided sword. She also is wearing that crown maybe that I was talking about before. Huh. She's holding a double-sided sword, and the sword could be used for, in all fairness, but also, you know, might be used a little bit in the wrong. And you want to read and see the moral compass, your inner moral compass with your inner eye, right? Because she is still wearing the crown. The queen there is not wearing the crown, but she's sitting on a throne. This one is wearing a crown and holding the scales. It's funny that I felt the scales earlier because I really picked up on it. But I feel here that you might need to look into how your actions have also led to this situation, or maybe on how you're feeling right now, in order to allow yourself to heal from that also, if that makes sense. You know, things don't happen to you, it's happening for you. And even if it's like to you, you still have some sort of accountability, if that makes sense, because you decide how you react and what you say and things like that. And I'm not meaning this in a harsh thing. I just mean that in order for you to heal, there might be something in there for you to actually find this little treasure. And you'll keep on hearing this treasure. And I feel like when you're working with this energy, there will be something great here. And you have the Empress, which is connected to Venus, Taurus and Libra. She's all about motherhood, fertility, nature, Mother Earth, the nurturer, the provider. Like, kind of that energy is also, that's almost why I want to say it so softly that I can, that you might actually hear what I'm saying. Does that make sense? She's about bringing abundance to self, and therefore she's bringing abundance to others with her care. And it's about balancing self with giving to others, about being protective versus smothering. Like, you're not being smothering, you're being protective. And I feel like that is the mothery energy that I'm picking up on. Maybe I'm picking up on, I feel like just my heart is being very soft, and I'm just trying to really convey this message to you as softly as I can. But the Empress is about fertility. I don't know if you're trying to get pregnant. There might be something in there for you, because she has this pomegranate, which is a symbol in the tarot for fertility. But it could also be about, ideas and the new basic foundations and new ideas and things like that. So I'm just feeling very soft there. Thank you so much, Spirit. Before we're ending Scorpio's reading here, what else do they need to hear? What do they need to be aware of? Forgiveness is the first one that is popping up. So I have the mountains in the background, which could be about challenges, but also overcoming things. Embrace uncertainty. You have a road ahead over water there. Water is about emotions. Focus. And intuition. Intuition is about your emotions as well. Once your emotions are being balanced and you are forgiving yourself and loving yourself with that full heart of yours, you will be reconnecting even deeper with your intuition. Emotion is very important when it comes to that. And you need to clear and release something, and that will help you align. Thank you so much. Meant to be. So you got the three again, the three ladies dancing there. I'm also thinking 3, 3, 3, 3, 3, 3. You're getting a lot of threes. So that might be a confirmation for you for the month of March, which is also the 3rd month. Okay, what else does Scorpio need to hear, Spirit? Thank you so much. Protection. Call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval. So protection. We did talk about your boundaries. You need to keep those in mind for the month of March. Thank you so much. You also have share your voice. Come out of the cave. Persecution and expression. And we have also allow your light to shine. So this is really what we want to focus on here through the month of March. Thank you so much. I'm just going to pull a few more from this stack here. Thank you so much. And Scorpio, I would love to hear from you if this resonated. Please consider subscribing as well. Confidence is your key to success. We know that, Scorpio. It's also about allowing your light to shine, and confidence, like we had here, which is connected to Leo. Yours is into the reverse, so you want to turn this into the upright. Connect with your confidence, and the energy is gaining momentum. So allow yourself to feel and to flow through this month, and not be shying away and hiding in your shell there, Scorpio, for the month of March. And allow this transformation to happen. Allow it to happen, because I think you will be very happy, very, very connected to the healing within you, if you do. Thank you so much. Oh, you got a pyramid in the background again. I got Egypt again in the back of my head there. Egyptian. These two. Okay, thank you so much, Scorpio, for being here for the month of March. Please leave a comment if anything resonated with you. I love hearing from you, and I'm truly grateful that you've been here through this reading. And hopefully I see you in the month of April. Take very good care of yourselves. I'm sending all the strength I can to you, and take care. Bye-bye.